A retired D.C. firefighter and Army veteran has found himself on the brink of financial collapse for a mistake that wasn't even his fault. For the past 2 decades, the Treasury Department miscalculated his retirement, and now he's the one who can be held accountable. I-Team investigator Chris Pabst explains how this happened. Chris?
Well, Leon, imagine getting a letter in the mail saying you owe the feds nearly $27,000 because of an accounting error made decades ago that you knew nothing about. Well, that is exactly what has happened to hundreds of retired D.C. employees. And if something is not done soon, their lives could drastically change.
This is my completion at the Fire Training Academy.
For Charles Beal of Fort Washington, nothing is more important than his 7 children and 18 grandchildren.
My wife and I, we are the pillars of our family.
But the financial stability of that pillar is being threatened. 2 months ago, this retired D.C. firefighter received a letter from the U.S. Treasury saying an administrative error had been discovered. For the past 20 years, the retirement annuity he built his family's life around was wrong.
I almost fell out of my chair.
The letter informed Beal his annuity would be adjusted down, and the 68-year-old would have to pay back the overpayment of nearly $27,000.
It's almost forcing families to fail.
And it wasn't your fault.
It was not my fault. I had no knowledge of it.
The I-Team has learned this administrative error affects 570 retired D.C. firefighters, police officers, and teachers, some with overpayments of $60 grand. The mistake was made when the employees retired, which in Beal's case was 1995.
They're being held responsible for that all these years later. It's absurd.
Ed Smith, the president of the D.C. Firefighters Association, has stepped in, but his options are limited. 7 on Your Side reached out to the U.S. Treasury Department for an explanation. We were told retirees can appeal the overpayment, which Beal has done. So now he waits, with his family's financial future resting in the hands of someone inside of that building.
They have the authority to waive this, that back money, and they should.
This is ludicrous.
On August 1st, if nothing changes, Beal must begin repaying that money at $670 a month for 3 years. Combine that with his already adjusted annuity, and his family is out $800 a month.
If I fail, everything below me fails.
This is bigger than just $800.
Right. It's much bigger, and it'll be devastating if the pillar crumbles.
States do have statutes of limitations for this type of government accounting error. The U.S. Treasury does not. Either way, Beal, who spent 27 years as a firefighter and 2 in the Army, says he doesn't mind refunding the money as long as he can pay it back the way he got it, at $100 a month for 20 years. In the studio, Chris Pabst, ABC 7 News.
Wow.